So today we are going to see the contents which are related to the Informatica. And yesterday we seen these concepts as a layman person, okay, who is who is not at all related to Informatica, or who is not at all related to this data warehousing. So yesterday we learned like the process, how you are going to build your code, how you are going to test your code, how you are going to compile, how you are going to execute, how you are going to monitor. This is what we learned yesterday. As a layman person, I gave an example of a satellite, so I'm launching in a rocket. Okay, so just try to make that point in your mind whenever we are talking about a mapping or session or anything. Just try to get that concept in your mind back. Okay, so now let's see that in a real world, like how it's going to happen in the Informatica. So yesterday we seen this slide, right? So what is a mapping? A mapping is collection of a source and a collection of a transformations and collection of a targets. So it's nothing but collection of a source, transformations and target. When you are putting all these things together, then I'm calling it as a mapping. But what is the purpose of the mapping? To take the data from one place and to do some kind of a massage on the data and loading the data into a target. This is what the actual purpose of a mapping. But what is a mapping is doing here? What is the role of a mapping in this process? It is creating, or it's providing a platform where you can write your code, where you can build, okay, where you can build your code. So mapping is a platform where you can build your code to perform this ETL. Okay, so what are the frequent words? What are the frequent terminologies you are using in this one? The first thing is source. And second thing is transformation. Third thing is a target. First, try to learn about the sources. What kind of sources normally you can deal with? You can deal with any kind of a relational objects or relational tables and flat files. What do you mean by flat files? XML files, comma delimited files means uh, the file which is separated. I mean the words or the fields in a file separated with a comma. Then I'm calling it as a comma delimited file. For example, if you're having a file like this, let me take an example. Just I'm trying to give a picture how many different kinds of files will be there. Employee number, comma, ename, comma, salary. Okay. So employee number 101, employee name is ABC, salary is 10,000 or 1,000. So what kind of file is this?
Employee.
Okay, employee file. Okay, so the file name is employee. That's okay. But still my question. Again, I'm asking the same question. What kind of file is this? What file is this? Employee. But what kind of file is this? This is a comma delimited file. Why I'm calling it as a comma delimited? Because here each value or each field is separated by comma, right? Okay, that's why I'm calling it as a comma delimited file. But instead of a comma, I'm having like a semicolon. A semicolon. This one is a semicolon delimited file. So overall, it's a delimited file. Either it can be a comma or it can be a semicolon or it can be anything. If you are using some kind of a character which is separating two fields, then I am calling that as a delimited file. Is it